class, pay attention now. Follow my lead. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Alright, now your turn. And a 1, and a 2, and a... Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Stop! Oh, okay, I see we're gonna need a lot of work here. But no worries, I am a professional after all. So, ready? And a 1, and a 2, and a... Hey guys, the Black Critic Guy here with another review for Foreign Film Month. This time I'm reviewing the French film Les Choristes, or The Chorus in English. Now the chorus begins with these two older gentlemen by the name of Mohan and Pepino, who once lived together in a boarding school and are reunited after 50 long years. And with this timely reunion, Pepino hands Mohan this journal written by their supervisor slash teacher by the name of Clement Matthew, who also taught them all how to sing. And basically the entire movie is them reading the journal and recounting the time that they spent with Matthew as he taught them how to sing and kind of open themselves up. Now this foreign film was requested to me by one of my subscribers and the voice of Yakumo in the upcoming BCG Rumble, Jennifer Rose. And to be quite honest with you guys, I've never heard of The Chorus before. This is the first time I ever heard of this movie. But apparently a few years back it was nominated for an Oscar for Best Foreign Film. So the film must be something good if it got the Oscars attention. But after seeing the film, all I can really say is it's decent. I mean, it's nothing really special, it's nothing really unique, but it doesn't do anything bad. It's a solid film. What it reminds me of mostly is Dead Poet Society, the Chorus edition in French. And I truly mean that, guys. This film follows the Dead Poet Society formula beat by beat by beat. The only real deviation from the formula is that instead of telling it from the student's perspective, they're telling it from the teacher's perspective. And I do give the film some props there, and they really flesh out the main character, Clement Matthew, really well. You get an understanding of him. He's not a pushover, but he does care about the kids. He's very stern with the kids to show them that he means business, but he's also very understanding, welcoming, and accepting, and tries to unlock their full potential. He sees a lot in these kids, and he cares for them deeply. And all the choir scenes in the film are really good. Not only were they well shot, but the music that accompanies the scene was excellent. The songs that they sung were just so angelic and lovely, and just brings a tear to your eye at how beautiful the song sounds. And it actually brought back memories for me of the time that I spent in choir when I was in middle school. Yes, I was part of a choir in my old Catholic school, and I really enjoyed those times. And this movie kind of brought back those memories for me. And I will say that the acting in the film was solid, from both the adult actors and the kid actors. And yeah, sure, there were some kid actors whose performances weren't all that believable, but for every bad performance, there's a really good one. Like the kid who played Mohang, he gave a really good performance. And I'm just dying to know whether or not that was his actual singing voice in the film, or they just dubbed it over. Because if that was his real voice, that kid has some amazing pipes right there. But even with all its good, the film does carry a lot of bad. Not just for the clichéness and genericness of its story, but the biggest problem that this film suffers from is just a lack of full development. Throughout this film, you're supposed to be learning more about the children and growing a connection towards them, as well as seeing a developing bond grow between them and their teacher, like a newfound respect. But it's just nowhere in the film. Yeah, sure, they kind of throw it in at the last minute, like, oh yeah, we respect the teacher now, but you never really see it in the film. They just kind of just hand it to you. And I never felt like they really built a strong bond with their teacher, or even amongst themselves. One of the great factors of Dead Poet Society is you actually get to see how the students react to the teachings of Mr. Keating and how it's affecting them and how it's kind of bringing them all together. In this film, I never felt like that. I never felt like they had a newfound respect for him or that they grew from this experience. You learn nothing about them, and that's a huge problem. And you could almost blame it on the fact that it is very centric on the teacher's perspective instead of the students. But even with that, there are scenes in the film that focus solely on the students, so why not grow those relationships out? There's this one character in the film that's like this big tough bully and he's so menacing how he can't be controlled or tamed, whose story goes absolutely nowhere, and it just felt extremely pointless. Another factor that really bothered me about this film was the bipolarness of the principal. At first he does start off as that really cliche character who's like the hard ass, he's all strict and stern and most unorthodox, you can't be doing that, mister. He has a problem with the new guy's methods and ideologies, but as the film goes on he starts to grow as a character and becomes more accepting and open to Matthew's ways and kind of even opens up his inner child. This was good character development, but they just make him revert back to the same character as he was in the beginning because of some incident that had nothing to do with Matthew or his choir, and he's just like, most unorthodox, you can't have your choir. On a story aspect and a character aspect, it just didn't make any sense, and it just felt like it was thrown in there to add some type of extra drama into the film, which, again, you don't need it. But overall, even with all of its faults, the film is innocent enough. I mean, it doesn't do anything really damaging. There's some good moral lessons here. There are some really good scenes, like the choir scenes. The acting is solid all around. It's just that the film is just nothing really special. It just comes off as a 3 out of 5 stars. It's okay. If you don't see the chorus, I don't think anybody's gonna beat you up for it. Maybe some French people with their berets, they might beat you up for it, but the rest of us, no, not so much. If you want my opinion, I would rather you go see Dead Poets Society, which does tell a similar story, but I just feel like is more poignant and does tell it from a perspective that is a bit more interesting. But anyway, what did you guys think of this film? Did you really enjoy it? Did you get a kick out of it? Or did you find it really boring and dull and you didn't really like the story that much? And let me know, what is your all-time favorite French film? Comment below and let me know. And I will be seeing Jurassic World later on tonight, and you will be having a review tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. And at this very moment, I am watching an anime, and I probably will have a review out either Sunday or Monday. So stay tuned for that. And as always, if you would like to see more videos on this channel and be a part of the Black Critic crew, please hit that subscribe button below. Like this video if you really enjoyed it, and I'm Tony Watt II, the Black Critic Guy. Till then, peace, YouTube.